I'm going to go shoot hoops here pretty soon, but, well, I'll load another one, but we're going to do it in black and white because it loads a lot quicker when it's in black and white than in color. I don't know why. I'm not a tech geek, so I can't tell you why, but I guess it's because it's only in two colors, so the information process is faster because it's reading the whatever. So that's probably what it is. Not that I care that much. No, it's not that important. But guys, since I am the one person on planet Earth that is most like I'm the spirit of David of Israel, which is the spirit of Jesus, which is discussed in all the documentation. It's based on science, right? Since I'm him, any problems that you guys might think I'm having with other people that are arguing this point, no, you're wrong, is you believe that? Because I went over there because of Rasha Shakba, Pakba, whatever, God can break natural laws for you. It's like, no, that's not true. Okay, it's not true. So I went over and told that to my dad, and his dad was like, what, but he can walk on water. It's like, oh, son of a bitch, these people in this fucking corridor of mindfuckers suck. Okay. He can walk on water, so God can break natural laws for you. Did Jesus walk on water for us? Did that give us the Lord's Prayer? Does that give us freedom from tyranny? Jesus walking on water, did that give us freedom from home invasion? Legalese, linguistics that fuck you with money and popularity contests by a bunch of assholes that get together and decide their gravity. Okay, I could have said this to him, but I didn't. I sat there and said, Dad, if Jesus can circumvent natural laws, the thing about it is, though, is if we don't live his commands, we have to obey him, right? Okay, so he can walk on water, you can't, you live the Lord's Prayer. Okay, don't count on him walking across water to carry you out of hell because you wouldn't live his commands. So you have to obey his commands. He's God, obey his commands. Okay, so that means God will not break the laws for you. So I still proved my point, right? Do you understand? If you must obey the Lord's commands, if you disobey his commands, you go to hell, which means God cannot break laws for you. But what that guy was saying is basically that you can get out of paying your taxes and God will take care of it for you. It's like, no, look, God's omnipotent and omnipotent, but either way, I'm right, they're wrong. Right. Okay, so the nice thing about it is I'm a lot like my mom. I can admit when I'm wrong. Like with Kate and the baby gate, I can admit, my mom can admit she was wrong in a New York Minute, okay? But mom couldn't understand and explain things the way I could. When I would read like the Talons of Time or the Drums of X and explain to her, Mom, you can't do this because of that and that. What? It's not mathematically feasible to do this with that, just you can't do it. So it's not tangible. So therefore, it should be not taught to children as religion because faith should be based on reality, and religion has to be tangible. Okay? Has to be something you can do. Right? If you look at the history of religion, they had this first thing they started thinking was that God was up in the mountains, looking down on them because the rain and the storms come from the mountains, which is scientifically astute. Okay? You have the ore in the mountains, which attracts the lightning, and it brings in the water, and then the water's. There's a lot of astute observation, analysis, and processing from a scientific perspective, even though it's superstitious, right? And then so they'd have people climb up on the mountains and God ain't up there. Well, he's not making himself available or revealing himself because you're not worthy, because you don't believe in him. Oh, so if I believe in him, they will do like the little girl from Wudong Mountain on the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon and lift you to the mountain. First there is a mountain, then there is no mountain, then there is. So when you try to believe in bullshit and pass on bullshit, it's illegit and it needs to quit. Odele, okay. Do you understand? Okay, so, and there lies the problem. Okay, so my dad doesn't have problems. Okay, with his brain. He's being abused by people that have problems with their brains. He needs that magical thinking of Jesus to save him from hell, because it's not ending and it's not going to end. Okay? That's why he does. That's why Suzuki tells me, stop badgering the witness. And Jesus tells me, go over there and give him another shot, see what happens. And what we're doing is we're getting the technology to stop the people that are abusing him and abusing me. Okay. We were living the Lord's Prayer. These conversations and this agitation from this archaic form of tribalism and genocide wouldn't be happening, right? And I went over, after he told me that and he got mad at me and told me how stupid I was, I came back over here and I went back, and then I went back and I told him. And I sat there and I said, Dad, I explained to him about David Rockefeller and his, surveillance and screwing with people. And what a mean, shitty person David Rockefeller was. Okay. They'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and Jesus die, partisans, right? And so what he does with his science project and his endowment to the arts and his gift to the world is invade your house through linguistics and fuck you in the head, and everybody has a price. And I sat there and I told him, I said, Dad, if I had taken that money from the military, the Temple Set Illuminati, okay, I'd be able to have everybody come to me for money, and they could come and tell me, and this is what I could do, okay? Is Jesus like me and I'm like Jesus, or is Jesus God? And if you said Jesus God, I'm not giving you any fucking money. Bye. Okay? Am I like Jesus? Or is Jesus your God? Well, then you pray to your God for money to save you and keep you comfortable during all this genocidal hell, because I ain't giving you any. Okay? I could have done that. Okay? But the Lord's Prayer is right and Rockefeller's money is wrong. So I told the Temple Set Illuminati to go fuck themselves. I'll just teach their technology to reflect the beautiful eternal perfection of the Lord's Prayer instead. Okay, it's a lot more painful way to go. Yes, very difficult, muy difícil. Okay, to quote the Spanish people. Do you understand? Okay, so I don't want to hear it from Miss Lopez, but my dad is. Your dad and my dad are the same guy, Jennifer. Okay? And you have enough money to go tell your dad, hey, Earl's right, the Lord's Prayer is right, tell Scientology to go fuck themselves with the Vatican. And don't forget to take the Quorum of the 12 and Bonvoy Marriott with you. And make sure that Marie Osmond has her pills, right? You see what I'm saying? So, guys, the one thing, when Judah Krishnamurti and Jonas Salkett talks about vaccinations, okay? And vaccinations are only necessitated when the environment is so out of whack and people are having trouble surviving that. Okay? So usually people that don't have adverse effects to vaccinations are very aggressive people that their mind and their body can just keep on going in a disgusting environment, okay? People that have bad reactions to vaccines either are just very unhealthy to begin with, okay, or are more healthy than the people that will fight to fuck and fuck to fight. See, vaccines don't, the flu vaccine knocked the shit out of me. Mom had me on a really good diet and a really good, she studied the stuff naturally, and I was that way. And then I hadn't gotten sick. I got a lot of the crap out of me when I was young. And then once I got it out of me, I didn't get sick or anything real bad. I had, when I got stressed, I would get I got that boil on my nose, acne, things like that. Okay, my body would react because of intense stress and toxins in the environment. We were in Phoenix, and I broke out, in cruises, and because the coaches were mean, the people, and I was surrounded by the military that was all jealous of me. And they still are. It hasn't changed. Okay? And so it's very hard physiologically, psychologically, emotionally. But the thing is the cool thing about it is I am the spirit of King David. There's overwhelming evidence from almost all religious documentation to support it. It's based on reality. It's validated by science. Okay? So there's no problem with Jesus or me and Muhammad and Abraham. The problem, okay, is the people that refuse to accept the perfections of the communications and the understandings. Okay, do you understand? You can't try to limit God to your own understanding. God's omniscient, omnipotent. The moment you try to bastardize God and turn God into a possessive pronoun or a first person is the moment that you're trapped in your ego and you're not worshiping God humbly and faithfully. Okay? And that's a problem that most all of you have. And if that guy who threw himself in the volcano that Sheldon talks about on Big Bang Theory, it's because he found out he wasn't the center of the universe. Everything didn't revolve around him, and he went and he killed himself. And a lot of people are like that, okay? If it's not all about them, it's not going to continue to be all about them. They don't want to live anymore, okay? So it's very tangible that people like Donald Trump and Barack Obama and Oprah Winfrey, once the Lord's Prayer is the standard and communicated, and Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and everybody else like that, they may go commit suicide because they will feel unimportant. It's like, why don't you try to go get to know your wife and kids? Or does she have to have a $2 million life insurance policy on you to feel safe and secure? That's just sick. I know it's disgusting. Have you seen that fucking commercial? It's creepy as fuck. $9.95 for you too. $9.95 for you too. $9.95 for you too. It's creepy as fuck. Okay, guys? I'm going to go shoot hoops. Okay? Obey natural laws and obey perfect commands that understand natural laws. Otherwise, I'll take care of it. But you're not going to be able to tell your descendants or your ancestors in prayer that you helped save the children from mass murder. Okay? I would like to be able to tell everybody if I was you. But I'm not you, I'm me. All right? Peace out.